Welcome, Moon Magic Super Souls. Wow, okay. We have two cards already here. We are going to be asking today in our readings. We're asking about your spiritual pathway, your calling, your purpose for the first quarter of 2023. So that's the first 3 months of the year, if we divide that into a quarter. Now we're asking spiritual pathway, calling, purpose. If you haven't checked them out, Super Souls, I have also already done readings for the first quarter for love and relationships, and also for career, money and finances. I will put the links to those videos in the description box, along with the timestamps and the cards I'm using and all the other information as well. And I'll put it in the comments for phone users if you're wanting to check out those readings. So we have two cards here to guide you already, flying out of the pack. And there is your third, unquestionably. Now, we'll also draw runes and charms for those of you that like that extra information. Oh, wow. Enter the Garden of Delights. This is your first card for reading number 1. Reading number 2. Wow, from nothing to everything. That's reading number 2. And reading number 3, Cosmic Heart. Okay. Let's draw a rune and a charm for each. Reading 1, you have the rune of openings. Reading 2, you have the rune of wholeness. And reading 3, you have the rune of the self. And your charms, you have, for reading 1, you have a parasol, and for reading 2, you have a crown. Just show you those. And reading 3, you have the feather, or a feather, and it's a particularly pointy feather as well, this one. Okay. So, beautiful people, thank you for joining me today for these readings, and it really is a privilege to read for you. I will put the timestamps in the description box. I will put them in the comments too, to make it easy for phone users to access. And I will leave the video running for just a few moments so you can take your time, just in case you need a little bit longer. And if you're finding that you're drawn to more than one, it may be that there will be information in more than one reading for you. Trust your intuition and just listen to whichever pile is calling to you today, or piles. It may be more. Yeah, I'm definitely hearing that for some of you. It may be more than one. Super Souls, I will see you in the readings. Reading number 1, welcome. Your card to guide you in, enter the Garden of Delights. And we have the rune of openings, so a doorway opening, a clarity, a pathway opening. And we have the parasol, which is very much about enjoying the sunshine, smelling the roses. Enter the Garden of Delights. We need to draw, obviously, more cards, and I'm also going to use quite a lot more of the runes today, because the runes are connected to our witness self, to the higher self. They're always, the messages from the runes really are directly coming through in support of your soul's journey, your soul's evolution. So we'll draw quite a few extra runes as well. But you know, reading number 1, this is a card that sort of says you find your sweet spot. You know, it's like achieving your spirituality integrated into every aspect of your life. living it. I almost want to say living the dream, but let's not dive too far into anything yet until we have drawn other cards. So let's draw from some tarot packs first of all for you. Reading number 1. Draw 3 from that pack. 3 from the Crow Tarot as well. And yes, we have 1, 2, and we do have 3. Okay. Now, these are very directly related to your calling, these cards. So we're going to draw one of those, a Karma card. Ooh, okay. And also let's have a look and see what kind of archetypal energy is around you. I feel there's 2 coming through for you here. Reading number 1. So let us have a look and see what we have. First of all, you have the mask, and then you have the bridge. Wow, look at the colours here. The sweet spot. I feel like you no longer have to perform. I know that might seem a strange language to be using. We're asking about your spiritual pathway, your calling, your purpose. Look at that. The bridge, the pathway is going to become very clear to you. I think for some of you, you know, something that you have been doing as a hobby or privately, quietly, behind closed doors is about to become something that you gift to the world. You start to live it. So, I mean, if I could liken myself and my own journey to this kind of an awakening, in that I've always read tarot cards and runes all my life, you know, since I was a teenager. But, you know, my career pathway was working as an accredited counsellor, a psychotherapist, and then actually circumstances just orchestrated in a way that led me to put some readings here on YouTube. And now my readings, which was something that was very private, is now something that I do out in the open. This is what we're seeing here. Something that you love. It really, really does feel like it's your sweet spot. Something you love is about to become sort of almost like your mainstream career pathway in some way, shape or form. It's your calling, it's your purpose. Something that is connected to your spirituality, your belief system, something you love, you adore, is literally about to open and become the greater part of your life, rather than something that was previously either a hobby or private. Let's see what also we are shown. Spirituality to ultimately experience, trusting your psychic knowledge. This is the card in Pisces, and we have Pisces and Cancer as well. Your feelings, use your intuition. We read some of the things. Intuition, your dreams, idealization, being a part of something. Okay, these cards are very, very important and very relevant, because I think something is about to literally open up for you that is taking your spirituality and your spiritual beliefs, something that you love, that you have done sort of privately. It's about to open and become almost your main calling, your main purpose. Now, what else do we have here? We have here affirmation. My thought, well, actually, before I read the affirmation, so this is about chef, appetite. Are you fully present during food preparation? Are your thoughts elsewhere? Observe your thoughts and stay in the moment with each vegetable you cut and each meal you prepare. Maintain a grateful attitude for all it took to bring food to your kitchen. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm seeing and hearing through this card. The affirmation is, my thought processes are conscious and healthy. I am mindful and present as I create meals. My body metabolizes the food I prepare with ease. I am grateful for all involved in bringing food to my table. Interestingly enough, now, I actually feel that you are about to bring something to the table. It will be food for the soul. If any of you are literally about to open a kitchen or about to open some connectedness to cooking, to food and preparation, then this is an affirmation for you. But actually, metaphorically, this is about you bringing something to the table. It's about you preparing things, bringing something forward that people can digest, that people can hear, something of your calling. It is something that has previously been something that you've solely done privately and for yourself. This is what I'm seeing in your reading. Reading number 1 is really going to become a more of a mainstream part of your world. You're going to be out there. Now, let's see what else we have here. Okay, so we have the 8 of Pentacles. We have the 4 of Pentacles. And we have the King of Cups. Okay. Yes. Yes, indeed. Let me go through these cards as well before we do more. So we have here the 5 of Pentacles. Now I'm placing these cards like this. This is the Tarot of the Opposites. What it actually shows us, excuse me, I've been burning so much sage in here. It's really, really smoky. So sometimes if I cough, I know some of you are so kind and so thoughtful and you sort of check out whether I'm all right. I really am. It is purely and solely that I have actually been really cleansing our space before I did the reading. And so, yes, it's a little bit smoky in here. So I'm placing these cards like this because it shows the higher and the lower vibration of any situation. It in many ways affirms the choices that are available to us. I'm going to move these up because I want us to have plenty of room for more cards. Now, 5 of Pentacles. We then have the 8 of Cups. And we then have the Queen of Wands. Okay. So, what I'm seeing in these cards, and the same with the 4 of Pentacles here, you have a gift to bring forth into the world. It is unquestionable. I think you may have to some extent been a little bit underground with it. When I've sort of said it's something you've done as a hobby or privately, I think it may actually also have been something where you have been concerned about potentially either being criticised or judged, criticised. Something's held you back from feeling that this is an okay thing to take into the world. The reading here is a real affirmation that it is. You actually are going to be able to be a significant presence in the world. You know, we're seeing leadership here, but we're seeing leadership in, not in a mind kind of dominant way. We're seeing leadership in a way that is connected to intuition, that's connected to emotions, that's connected to the understanding of how we do something. You could become a coach or a speaker, or you could be running workshops, but there is something about this bringing food to the table. You're bringing something to the table that is to be shared. It's going to potentially assist people. It's going to help people to, you know, find their own, you know, it will ultimately, I think, help people to connect to their own spirituality. You've definitely previously, again, I'm really seeing this sort of sense of doing it in secret. You know what you're doing. You're very gifted. You're very, very gifted. You know what you're doing, but you've really kept it under wraps. It may be you grew up in an environment where this kind of stuff was just not acceptable in the culture that you're in. but you've definitely kept this under wraps, and it is now the first quarter time to really bring this forth. I'm going to draw some cards for January, February and March, just to see how this is progressing for you, okay? But we are seeing movement forwards. We're seeing the calling here. Isn't it interesting? It's like you're coming through, I have to say a storm, but you're walking through something. It's like there is a wall. Also, do you know what's coming through with this card? It's like your glass ceiling. You move through and beyond your glass ceiling. If you thought that this would never succeed, if it's something you have already been doing, but doing it on the side, as it were, it's like you cross a threshold. Please forgive my muddling my words. I feel quite tongue-tied. And I think that's really interesting. Because there's something very humbling but also very emotional about you emerging in this way. Yeah, I'm feeling a little tongue-tied. We'll draw more cards. We'll look at January, February and March, and I'm actually just going to draw an angel card around this tongue-tiedness. What's this about? There we are. Clairvoyance. I am helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. Okay. You are really being guided through this. I do feel you haven't been able to really have your voice here. This is something that was either dismissed or put down, or you were made to feel that you were different or something here. Whatever that is for you, you will actually already know what that is. This isn't something that's absolutely new, because it's something you've known about, but you've either hidden or kept underground or kept secret. This is like, it's like a coming out, a spiritual coming out of the closet. It's interesting. I was saying to somebody just the other day in a conversation, it fascinates me that when I was a teenager, again, I would have done all these things and did very privately. When I was a teenager, if you meditated, you were considered seriously woo-woo. Well, now every CEO is buying meditation packages for their entire workforce because it works. We're in a major period of shift where all kinds of things that have previously potentially been put down, and the people who have those gifts deemed to be a little bit, you know, far too left field for some people, that's changing. And you, beautiful souls, are part of that change. And it is really clear that this is bringing success, and you're stepping up. You're becoming the master, or the mistress, but you know, you're becoming the master of your own gifts. You're harnessing the gifts in a way that allows you to bring them forth. We are in the territory of spirituality, intuition, those gifts that help people to navigate better, differently, understanding the element of soul in everything. Enter the garden of delights. It's the sweet spot, helping people to see the light, the connectivity in everything, whether it's in a meal, whether it's in the delivery of whatever whatever it is. It's seeing the energetic life light in whatever it is that you may be bringing forth. But I am seeing you bring it forth in this first quarter. We're seeing a shift. How heavenly. Let's draw some more cards. Let's draw some more cards and ask for some more information. How is this going to emerge? We will draw cards for January, February and March. And I'm going to draw runes for you as well. Let's draw cards for January first of all. Those are your cards. And for February, there's your card, or the first one. and for March. And there's your 4th. Lovely. Okay, so we have January, February, March, and we're going to call on your witness self and draw some runes here as well. Okay, so we have the rune of protection, we have the rune of the self, the rune of wholeness, we have the rune of signs, signals, synchronicities, movement, journey, and ice. Okay. Right, this is very interesting. Now, I'm just going to move these down so we have room for all our cards. What I'm seeing here is, and this is where we have the sweet spot. Beautiful reading number 1, people. This is something that I think you probably didn't think would ever really realise. Not in real terms. It's something you've wanted to do. But I really think that there have been, you've really questioned whether it would ever really be possible. And this is a real affirmation that it is. The rune of journey suggests that any kind of blocks to your awakening, to the opening of this, are going to actually be removed. You really won't have to wear a mask anymore or do this privately, secretly. The rune of movement is the gathering of momentum. So I think we're going to see quite a significant upsurge. It may also be indicating as well, I think, that there is going to be an upsurge overall in the need. There is, and I'm not even there's going to be, there already is an upsurge in the need for the gifts that you are bringing forth. So I'm seeing this gathering momentum and a real synchronicity around it. This is absolutely the path you must follow. You are being guided. We have the rune of protection. You are being guided, and we have the rune of the self. This is such an affirmation that this is the right thing for you to do. Now, yes, look at this, January. We have the High Priestess. So we're seeing in January that heightened intuition, that heightened spiritual connectedness. We have the Ace of Wands. You can actually apply yourself to this. You'll know what to do. Meditation is the key. If you're in any way uncertain, but the ideas are going to flow, and this is potentially lucrative. This is about you taking something that was a spiritual practice for you. Could be meditation, could be yoga, could be cooking soul food, whatever it is. This is you taking this, which has previously been singularly yours. It's you taking this into form, realizing that you can actually do this for a living and you can manifest this. So in January, I feel as though you're going to be percolating. I hope that makes sense. I think it's a really nice word. So you're going to be percolating, reading number 1. Oh, wow. February time. So you're percolating, you're investing, you're going out and you're inquiring and discovering the different areas that you can place your talents, your gifts. 6 of Wands, February, public recognition. Here we are in the spotlight, coming out from behind closed doors. Wow, this is life-changing for you. We have the Tower. This is really life-changing for you. It really is. The wheel is turning. And I'm seeing you being a leader in your field. We have the Emperor, leadership qualities. Being a leader and being somebody who teaches others is coming through. For many of you, what you'll be doing is sharing your gifts in ways that actually help others to also learn more of the same, to understand more of the same. And the Emperor, we are seeing success, leadership. This is a life, I think in February, this is when you're going to see this take off. January, we're going to, I think, be looking at obstacles being removed. A bit like going for a drive and you slow down as you're coming up to some red traffic lights, and then the lights just turn to green and off you go. There may even be a diversion, and suddenly you divert and you see exactly what you needed to see. That piece of information comes to you. The doorway just opens. You become, I think, very heightened in your awareness of the signs, the signals, the synchronicities that are showing you the way. February, we're seeing success. It's like, da-da, here we are. And it is life-changing. We're seeing this as a significantly life-changing direction. The wheel is turning, and it's turning towards success, leadership, wholeness. In March, oh my goodness me, we have the Six of Cups. We have the Death and Rebirth cards sitting under the Tower and the Ace of Wands. Look at this lineup. We have the Hierophant, beautiful, your pathway, your stairway to success. Again, I do wonder if you will be teaching others. Being a spiritual leader, perhaps for some of you in some way, shape or form. You can be a spiritual leader whether you are a mechanic, a chef, or a gardener, or a mum, or a dad, or being a spiritual leader in this day and age is about incorporating spirituality into every aspect of life. And this is what I'm kind of seeing for you, but in a way that becomes your mainstream calling, purpose, potentially your career. This would be worth you checking out those money, career, finances readings as well for the first quarter. And we have Queen of Cups. I mean, look at this again. It's this sort of crowning moment. Okay, reading number one, it is quite clear in your reading for the first quarter that something previously kept under wraps is going to be your pathway, your calling to success. This is the path you must follow. It is absolutely life-changing. It really, really is. But we are seeing success, success, success. I think January, you are probably still processing, opening doors, following your intuition, seeing the signs. February, it's like, da-da, here you are, you're out there. And now the wheel is turning. There's work to be done. There will be work to be done. You're going to need to take it step by step, because you're also, I think, in the beginning of March, because this takes off, whatever it is, or this pathway, there will be some things that you'll need to attend to, things that connect to where you've come from and what you have been doing rather than where you're going. So I think at the beginning of March, we're also seeing some aspects of your history, as it were, that are needing to be attended to as you move through and beyond almost the shape of your former life, if that makes sense. We are seeing that Death and Rebirth card. We're seeing the new dawn, the new horizon, the new openings taking form in your external world. And we are seeing this absolutely fabulous Hierophant, the guidance, the mentor, the mentorship. Some of you may well become mentors for others, teachers of others, spiritual leaders in your field, whether that is literally repairing. It could be repairing cars, or it could be creating soul food, or it could literally be being a spiritual leader in your particular field and your own spiritual orientation. You could be leading walking groups in nature. You could be a gardener, any of these things, but you take people into what you know through and through from a spiritual perspective. I am loving this. This is what this whole transformational period that we are in is all about. It's raising humanity's consciousness into a place where we live from an entirely different perspective. And reading number one, you have a significant part to play. And in the first quarter of 2023, I am seeing this emerge. Where you've come from is actually now going to be it's one of those moments as well where I think you suddenly realize everything that you have been through has led you to this moment in time, but it was paving the way specifically so that you could bring this into the world, your gifts into the world. all these experiences that you've had in the past. Of course, all our experiences lead us to where we are now, but this is really specific. Your experiences of the past, literally, you get there and you think, gosh, that's why that happened. Because if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have learnt that, and therefore I wouldn't be here today. It's got that flavour. Reading number 1, I am loving this beyond belief. I mean, really seriously, this is amazing. This is your calling, your purpose. Oh, my doorbell is ringing. I will have to pause. Super souls, I'm a great believer that whenever there is an interruption, there is purpose to it. In this particular instance, I really feel that your reading is complete, and actually I am being called to stop waffling, although I am just loving sitting in your energy. I am being called to actually complete your reading, to send you all the love in the world, and just to say this is absolutely the opening of a lifetime. That's what I feel like. I'm going to stop waffling, sending you love. Thank you for being here. You guys are amazing. Thank you for being a part of this community. I'm loving your reading. I'm loving your energy. Keep us posted. This is super fab. This is your contribution, and it is now opening up in a way that, well, in a way that I think you'll get there and you won't even believe you're standing there and that you're doing it. Sending you all the love in the world. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for your comments, for liking, sharing, and press the little bell icon as well if you want to get notification of any of my readings, and I will put all the relevant links to anything and everything that I do that might be of interest to you in the information box below, including a link to Patreon, where I post monthly readings for all signs now, as well as tutorials. Tons and tons of love to you all. Hey, beautiful reading number 2 people. You have the card From Nothing to Everything. You have the Rune of Wholeness, the pathway you must follow, and a crown. I feel like the saying, your crowning glory, is coming to mind here. Now, we are asking about your spiritual pathway, your calling, your purpose for the first 3 months of the year, the first quarter of the year. We will draw cards for January, February and March to see how this is emerging, but let's find out some more. Because the Nothing to Everything card, it suggests there's a stripping back taking place, maybe certain things being removed even, in order for you to then find something even bigger, even better. More than you would have previously imagined. Your crowning glory. These are your 2. I'll draw several cards just to see what we are shown. And then okay. Let's look at these first. So you have Writer, Angelite. Oh, I love Angelite. It's one of my favourite crystals. Do you enjoy writing? You are often inspired to create something, so take action. Recognise that you are prolific. Tune into your muse and align with the flow and mental clarity. Allow yourself to step forward and put your ideas into place at this time. Writing is cathartic. Affirmation, my creative juices are flowing, my mind is clear and bright. I always find the right words when speaking or writing, and people listen to me. Okay. We have the card of Aletheia, and we have the Mountain. Oh, right. Okay, this is beginning to make some sense. Let's just have a look at these cards too. You have Taurus and Gemini. How interesting. There's a natural progression here. Taurus and Gemini. Gemini follows Taurus. Resources, practicality, productivity. And then we have information to explain, communications. Yes, what you want to be known, your beliefs. Okay. I think, beautiful souls, literally the card of the Writer is very significant in terms of the quarter of the the first quarter of 2023 for your spiritual pathway. I think you have something to communicate. Now, you may be speaking, you may be writing. And I think for a lot of you, the experiences that you are sharing, talking about, come under into the kind of area of opening things up for people, revealing things. It may be that you talk about things that either maybe aren't fair or aren't equal, or how people transform from one thing to another, from nothing to everything. You're sharing something of your own experiences here. And I do think it's writing or speaking predominantly that's coming through for you, reading number 2. It's quite clear, as you know, if you're not interested in either writing or speaking, this may not actually be the right reading for you, but the message so far, at any rate, is that there's something of you sharing something of your own experiences. Either that things are not as black and white as people see them, how to transform from a negative to a positive, how to find the silver lining in something, from nothing to everything. There's something here, finding something, speaking from the heart, singing from the heart. It's words, it's communication. It could be song, it could be writing. You could be writing, creating picture books. But if you're an illustrator or you're creating things that somehow, whatever you're doing, it is communicating something for people. That is what your spiritual pathway, calling and purpose is connected to, certainly for the first quarter. Let's draw tarot cards and see what else we are shown. Okay, for reading number 2, we are asking about your spiritual pathway and calling. The Lovers. Your cards are flying out. There we are. And let's draw an angel card as well. There's your card. Passion. Lovely. Okay, so we have writer, education, passion, Archangel Haniel. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. This is interesting, as we have the Lovers as well. So let's have a look at our cards. We have the card of Strength. We have the 3 of Cups. We have Temperance, and we have the Lovers. Okay. We have the 7 of Swords. We have the 7 of Wands. 3 sevens. Wow. Okay, so reading number 2. This is like, oh my goodness me. Wow. Let's just place these along here. We've got 3 sevens. Goodness me, you have 7 of Swords, 7 of Wands, 7 of Cups. Transformation, choices, making decisions, seeing through a problem, being able to fix something that was broken, being able to everything is here in your reading, is from nothing to everything. The layers peeling back and knowing that you can do something with that. Knowing that there is strength in vulnerability. Knowing that you can weigh things up. You can navigate difficulty. The card of Temperance, you can balance things. You can find choices. It's very interesting. All the 7s are about choices. And we have, of course, the Lovers is also another 7. Oh, actually, it's a 6, isn't it? My apologies. Here am I looking at is it numerals they call them? Anyway, this way of writing numbers, it's actually a 6, not a 7. But the point is, the card of the Lovers is effectively a card of choice. It's about choices in its traditional archetypal meaning. It's about making decisions and choosing wisely. Okay. Your spiritual pathway, your calling, your purpose is absolutely about sharing something, communicating something that helps people to become whole again, that helps them to understand that things aren't just black and white. It's not all or nothing. You know, there is more to everything. There's always something under the surface that gives meaning to something. It's like in this mountain, this massive mountain. This card really speaks of understanding that, you know, sometimes the treasure is the treasure within. It's not always climbing to the top of the mountain. We might see the goal as ascending a mountain. Actually, the treasure is within. It's the learning. The treasure is the learning along the way. I'm going to draw some runes. The runes really connect to the witness self. We have the rune of Berkana, growth. We have the rune of movement. We have the rune of flow. Wow, we have the rune of the self, and we have the rune of partnership. So let me tell you what we are seeing here. And it does reinforce with the card of the lovers as well, the message connected to people. What I feel I need to say, we've got a celebration here as well, the Three of Cups. I think your spiritual purpose, pathway, calling, this part of your journey, the spiritual tone of your journey for the first quarter, is that you share something. You're able to move through and beyond something, from nothing to everything. It's as if things were stripped back and stripped back and stripped back to the point where you realize that the goal that you thought was important just isn't important. And you know that the treasure is within. Now, this may have been happening to you for a while. But what you're realizing is, and the learning here, and this is, I think, something that you've already got here, if I'm honest, I think you know it, that it's the learning that's the gift. It's the recognition that we have choices. This is a reading that's about empowering yourself and empowering others, recognizing your conscious free will and choice, recognizing that whatever happens, you can do something, you can transform, you can emerge, you can survive. Your purpose and calling is to share something of this knowledge and wisdom. Now, whether you share it through the telling of stories, the speaking of stories, becoming a counsellor, a mediator. You could even be studying law, but it's most likely to be connected to people or family than sort of real estate. It's more to do with, this is all about helping people to shift from one perspective to another, to know that they have choices. You could be an advocate for somebody because you've been there. You could be a pioneer for any kind of charity but advocacy, looking after other people very specifically, connecting to other people, helping people to find the hidden treasure within, helping people to find the learning in the lessons. It's quite specific. You could be writing articles, you could be writing blogs, you could be speaking, you could be writing poetry, paintings that inspire people, help people to move from one place to another within themselves, helping people to rebirth. The Three of Cups sometimes indicates the birth of like a baby. Everything in your calling, purpose, spiritual pathway, and it feels compelling. It really feels compelling, like this is the pathway you must follow, your crowning glory. Whatever you've been through, you come out on top and you share it. You let people know that if you can survive, they can survive. If you can do this, they can do this. You help people to see what is possible. That is what's taking place, I'm seeing so clearly. This is very strong, the writer, the communicator, but of course ideas, education, we share ideas in many, many ways, sometimes through setting an example. Partnership. This is connection to people. Yeah, you could become a partnership lawyer in some way, but it's all about helping people to transform from one space to another, and you're doing it on the back of your own real experiences, and you're putting it into some kind of practical format. You could even be doing a step-by-step guide to recovery from something, or a step-by-step guide that takes you from one perspective to another perspective. But the essence of your reading is very, very clear. Let's draw some cards to see how January, February and March, this first quarter of the year, are panning out. So we have 3 cards, and I'm seeing the 4th there. That is for January. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to say, choose this one. And now for March. Let's have a little look. So we have January. Oops, there's our February cards and our March. There we are. So January, wow. So we're seeing you really motivated in January. This is stuff happening. It's a turning point for you, interestingly enough. Actually, reading number 2. I think January, you see a turning point when something that has, gosh, held you back, been difficult, it steps up. We have the King of Cups here. We're seeing that turning point, that emotional awakening. Then what we see here is manifestation, the 8 of Pentacles and the 7 of Cups again. Choices, decisions. It's the snakes and the ladders. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. It's the overcoming of that. What we're seeing, I think, in your reading here, reading number 2, is that it's almost as though you reach a point in January where I really think you can focus your attention, okay, I'm choosing my words carefully here. You have sufficient awareness of how to fix things that have gone wrong, as it were, whatever this transformational element of wisdom and knowledge you have that you can share. It's like you reach a point where you really know it. Instead of it being a concept, I think we all have lots of concepts that we get. It's a bit like the law of attraction or manifesting. We understand these sorts of things, but sometimes we don't always really sort of know it. It's like we know that there's a silver lining even in adversity, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it feels like it in the moment. This is the point where you really know it, and you know that there are choices that can be made. In February, yes, this February time is when something is, it's like the idea takes shape. Okay, so I will say in January, Super Souls, if you're feeling at the moment as though the layers are being peeled back, as if certain things are departing from your life, as if you're still on a bit of an uphill climb, I think in January there's still some sort of adjustment of that kind of energy going on around you. Wow, we have the most incredible buzzard that is now hovering above my garden. This happens occasionally. This is a beautiful bird of prey. What I hear from this visitation here, wow, it's absolutely stunning. In January, I think that's the point when you rise above something. So whatever has been going on in your world, any challenges, it's the point when you rise above it and you are able to have that bird's eye view, the eagle's vision here, where you can see the bigger picture and you understand it, you really get it, you know that there's a bigger picture, and from that knowledge and wisdom and the experiences that you've learned, you are able to recognize that there are choices available to you, even in times of adversity. I think in February, the light bulb moment occurs. Something gets awakened in you in February. And you actually are able to start to move something forwards. You're starting to make choices and decisions that are much more empowered. You may even do a bit more learning. We have education. You may even go and do a bit more learning, a bit more research in order to really be able to bring forth your message. Either you are going to be doing more research, entering a phase of education, or you may actually find that you start to be the beginnings of an opportunity to begin to teach people, to begin to have a voice, starts to emerge. I almost feel January is the time when your own real experiences become consolidated. It's like you really understand the nature of transformation. You really realize that you are actually able to, you see something with great clarity. You understand your choices. In February, something is being progressed. You start to achieve clarity. You start to have a sense of knowing where you're going, as opposed to it being a sort of an idea. It starts to move forwards in real terms. You really do start to see, to create that new dawn, that new beginning. And well, look at this. We then have the King of Pentacles. We have the Hanged Man. We have the Hierophant, and we have the Two of Swords. Yes. This is the point where the King of Pentacles, in March, I think in March you're going to see something really taking shape. It's going to materialize. So we've almost got January consolidation, flying above in order to see the bigger picture, starting to formulate what your choices are, how you might bring this forth from nothing to everything, how you might share this information. The ideas start to really come, and you see we're seeing progress in February. In March, we're seeing an emergence here. It's like you achieve, if you were writing a book, you've really got your first draft there, and you're paying attention to the details. You're starting to see the potential shift. You're pulling it together, let's say. You can clearly, you know what the if you're writing a story, you know what your storyline is, and you're really starting to do those edits. I'm just going to use that as an analogy. And with the Two of Swords here, yeah, I think you're ready to reveal it, actually. By the end of March, you are ready to do something with it. You're ready to take the wraps off it and bring it into the world. This is going to be your crowning glory, okay? This is something that is really special. It's going to help a lot of people in terms of transformation in whatever area this is for you. But we are seeing writing, education, these kinds of areas. Communication, speaking, workshops, teaching. But we are also seeing a natural progression through January, February and March. January, ideas, starting to think about how you're going to formulate it, moving it forwards, getting clear during February. and really fast approaching a solid kind of draft, which you then get to do the editing to the point where you're ready to reveal it, at least to reach out and take it into the world by the end of March. That is what we're seeing. Reading number 2, this is awesome, absolutely awesome. I'm wondering as well for some of you whether you will be mentoring others. But all of these areas, it's this kind of field that is to do with your own spiritual pathway, your own calling, your own purpose. And if this isn't you, you may well become the mentor of somebody for whom, you know, this is their journey. But I do think really this is largely absolutely right. It's this transformation, this transformational energy, and your ability to teach others how to transform, how to emerge, how to change, how to own their own choices, how to find their own empowerment. But it's because you've been through it, been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, and that is why you are the best qualified person to bring this forth, however you are choosing and planning to do it. Reading number 2, big respect to you. I was saying this in reading number 1 too, and it really does, I guess, apply probably to all these readings, because our spiritual pathway is connected not just to us as individuals, but our karmic pathway and why we came here in the bigger picture, our contribution, our calling, our service. And you know, this is about your part to play as we go through these incredibly intense years of transformation for humanity. We are in a very intense period of accelerated growth for global humanity, and the way in which we navigate and relate to one another, to the earth, to all our fellow creatures, to life itself. You have a very important contribution to make, and it's very connected to something that is that has been difficult, basically. And way to go, changing people's perspectives, understanding how to do that because your perspective on something has changed. Super Souls, huge respect. I am seeing a lot of delight in March. Do you think you have to work quite hard during January and February? But I think it's also going to feel right. It's that compelling feeling about it, the pathway you must follow. But it's absolutely, this is going to be a winner and really, really valuable. Big respect, tons of love. Super Souls, I will put all the links to anything and everything in the information box and in the comments for phone users, along with the timestamps, the cards I'm using. And I don't want to really digress too much from the energy of your reading. So do scroll down, check that out, check out all the links. I do post readings for all signs now, all zodiac signs as well, on my Patreon page. So it's a very different setup over there. It's a donation site and there are no advertisements on the videos, but if that's of interest to you, do check it out. I'm just going to sling all the links in the information box below and leave you to scroll down and find anything and everything that might be helpful to you. I just wish to leave you in the, I want to say, success of this process of transformation. You've worked hard to be where you are. Reading number 2. And the sharing of this is going to help many people who have also experienced some aspect of hardship and difficulty. The stripping back, the peeling back of the layers. So thank you. Huge respect to you. Tons of love. Welcome, reading number 3. You have Cosmic Heart, you have the Pointy Feather, and you have the Rune of the Self. Very interesting energy around this reading already. We're asking about your spiritual pathway, your calling, your purpose. I've just got to say it, even though we've only got the one card so far. I feel like you're going to be given a gift. Something that's going to point the way, literally. But let's draw more cards. Here I am almost jumping into your reading already, but it just feels like this is a message that's coming through so strongly for you. Reading number 3. card there. We'll draw some oracle cards and some tarot cards, and we are going to also, freedom, association, your circle of friends. We're also going to, that's your other, we're going to draw cards for January, February and March for each of the 3 of the months that make up this first quarter, to see how things are moving forwards for you. Your vision, we have in Aquarius, and Aquarius in the 11th house. How interesting, and Aquarius is the 11th sign. So the number 11 is coming through for you. Freedom. What's new and what's different? This is about doing something that is unconventional, out of the box, being given a gift. For humanity's sake, doing something for the future. Genius. This is really, really interesting. Reading number 3. What do we have here? We have the Maiden. And we have Apocalypse. Oh, these are such powerful cards. Gosh, I do. I feel that you're going to be given the gift, but what I need to say to you, reading number 3, is this gift may not come in the shape or form that you might expect. It's as if something happens that creates an opportunity for you to, what's the word I'm looking for? The Maiden is the energy. It's like coming of age, but in a very particular way. The energy, and this is non-gender specific, but the energy is about a bit like when a girl technically becomes a woman. When she starts to menstruate, she comes of age. There's something here that is happening for you. Apocalypse, apocalypsis. It's a, yeah, something's emerging, coming together, a gift or something. A moment of genius, an idea, something pointing the way for you, something that is so clear, crystal clear. Something happens that creates a crystal clear pathway for you. We need more cards, reading number 3. We really do. This is so interesting and so fascinating. What's your affirmation card going to be? Let us have a look and see. May we ask, may we ask for reading number 3, guidance and information about their spiritual, it is this one, absolutely, about how their spiritual pathway is emerging. The affirmation is, I understand how sounds and words create my life. I experience inspired thoughts. This is about inspiration. Due to sounds, music and songs around me. Lyrics flow through me and remind me of the many possibilities available to me. And then we have blue topaz, composer. Do you feel in harmony with your thoughts and the world around you? Allow sound and music to help you remember why you are here on earth at this time. Use your imagination to fashion harmonious vibrations to bring joy and happiness into your life. Something happens. Something is coming in. It's that light bulb moment, the moment of inspiration, an idea or something. Something is coming to you. A gift. Remember who you are. Archangel Michael, you are a powerful, loving and creative child of God. You are very loved. Okay. Let's draw some tarot cards. May we ask for more information for reading number 3, please. What is happening? What is this idea? What is this thought? What is this vibration, this sound? What is coming to reading number 3 to direct their spiritual pathway, their calling and their purpose? Let's have a look at your tarot cards here. We have Page of Cups. We have the 4 of Wands. It's inspiration. We have the Six of Wands, we're seeing success, and the Queen of Swords. Look at this crowning moment. I feel like you guys are going to discover something. You're going to discover something, and it's quite interesting because I don't actually know what the discovery is. It's not quite clear to me, and I guess it's going to be unique to you in some way, shape or form. I feel you're going to have an idea, a moment of genius, one of those scenarios where, yeah, you get an idea, and I do think it will benefit humanity in some way, shape or form. We have the Page of Wands. Yes, this is interesting. We have the Page of Wands and the High Priestess. We have the Four of Wands. Interesting. Four of Wands showing up twice. So we've got success coming through here. And then we have the Ten of Wands as well. Okay. Reading number 3, I think you're going to come up with some idea or some out-of-the-box solution, something that will fix a problem or make something run smoothly or make something work better. It could be a system, it could be a piece of software, it could be something even bigger like a way of food distribution, but it's an idea that will revolutionize something. It will revolutionize a way of doing something. Now, if you already are someone who has these kinds of ideas, you know, a bit like being an inventor, for example, you may already know what I'm talking about. You may already have some ideas, in which case I think something's going to take off. But it may be that actually what happens during this quarter, January, February, March, you either have the idea or you've already got it and it starts to move forwards. We're seeing celebration. The Four of Wands, we're seeing it come together, and we're seeing success in the Six. Queen of Swords, it's like it's established, it's there, it's seen, it's known. There's work to be done, but I sort of feel what you're doing is going to be, it's like an out-of-the-box solution to something that makes something run more smoothly, a discovery, an idea, an opportunity, a piece of equipment, a system of operation, a structure to an organisation that means the organisation can work better. But that's the flavour of it. It's got this sort of, for humanity's sake, it's going to be for the benefit of many. But you will be heading it up. It's your idea. You'll possibly be collaborating as well. But it's going to mean that something that previously was slow, cumbersome, difficult, clogged up, suddenly starts to work more fluently. Whatever that is for you. You are a powerful, loving and creative child of God. You are very loved. What we are also being shown here is, and it's rather delightful, please believe in yourself. Please believe in this idea. Please believe in your ability. You're going to bring something that's quite unique, I think, a way of doing things. I am seeing systems, operating systems. So something that was previously clumsy, like a child trying to do something with very little skill, and then suddenly they come of age and they can do it naturally. They've now got the equipment almost. That's a strange way of saying it when I was talking about the maiden earlier, and you know, girls coming of age and becoming women. But it's like there is, you know, actually their physical bodies are now capable of doing something. There's something coming to you that will mean that something becomes capable of working better, but it benefits humanity. It benefits more than just you. I think you receive the recognition for it, but something that was formerly hard work ceases to be hard work. It means people can take more leisure time. They can live in a more balanced way. because the pressure is removed by the creation of something that gets to the point. It does the job. Whatever this is, whether it is, like I said, it could be a piece of software, an IT system, something revolutionary, a different way of organizing or structuring a business or a school, but whatever it is, it's really, really significantly changing something, and you're coming from an out-of-the-box perspective. So I am saying believe in yourselves, please, reading number 3. If you already have this idea, run with it. Go with it, because it really, really is. It's time for you to sort of, it's like if you've got the notes of the music, you now need to compose them into the song. That's really what I think this card is speaking to us about. You have imagination, you have creativity. You've come here to deliver this to the world. It's going to benefit many. This is your spiritual calling. It's interesting because you may not perceive it as a spiritual calling or a spiritual journey, because if it's something really quite pragmatic, like revolutionizing, I don't know, a system of delivery of something, or a structure, but ultimately it is your spiritual pathway, because it's benefiting other people. It's removing the pressure. It's making something work more fluently. We don't necessarily think of software design, for example, as a spiritual pathway, but actually it is, because it shares information. It helps when something works better and it changes the quality of people's lives, and that's what we're seeing here. Then you've made a massive impact on literally the quality of wellness and well-being for people, even if it's a very practical, pragmatic something that you approach. But you get an idea and you see it in a different way. I think you are quite an interesting thinker anyway. You have a creative mind. You have an ability to see things from different perspectives. And it's enabling something to be done differently that creates a shift and a change that benefits others. It's time to pick up your ideas, compose them into the song, the story, the creation that will actually, we're seeing success, will make a difference. Let's draw some runes. Let's tune into the witness self, who is always an observer of your soul, your personal soul's evolution. The runes are really I always feel like you're speed dialing your witness self when you use the runes. So we have the rune of possessions, nourishment. We have the rune of ice. This is unexpected rewards and gains. Again, it's got that feel of unexpectedness about it, and something that has previously been quite hard work can get better. Wow, we have the blank rune. This is possibility, infinite possibilities. We have the rune of breakthrough. This is the light bulb moment. And look how that's integrated. The rune of breakthrough is integrated into the rune of the self. This is your idea. It's whatever you're thinking of, or whatever you come up with. It's very unique to you. Believe in it. It's really, really worth taking this forward. I mean, look at the whirlwind of energy here in this card. And then we have the rune of gateway. Super nice. This is stepping through a gateway. It's a turning point between past and future. The gateway as a rune for me is like climbing to the top of a mountain and reviewing the past, learning from something, from our life lessons, being in a place of gratitude and presence, and stepping through the gateway unencumbered. You're going to have an idea or something to bring forth, to even to potentially to manufacture or put into place, something that will be that turning point. What was difficult in the past will cease to be a problem. It's very clear, your reading, very clear. Let's draw cards for January, February and March to see how this is emerging for you. Reading number 3. This is fascinating, this reading. Let's draw cards for January, first of all. And then for February, and then for March. Let me move those out of the way. Yes. How is this going to progress? So, reading number 1. You have the King of Wands. You have the Knight of Wands. Oh my goodness me. Look at the energy here. You have the Knight of Cups. Let's move that over a little bit so we can get them all in without tripping over our runes. So we have King of Wands, Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups and Page of Cups. Okay. So we see you. I think you already, for many of you, you already have the idea. If you haven't, it's happening really early on in January, and you will act on it quite quickly because you just know that this is really good. There'll be opportunity to take this into the world, to be able to demonstrate it, to be able to share your ideas with people, and people are going to love it. You're going to get really fast feedback and a fast response. That's what we're seeing. You have the idea, you take it into the world, and people are like, wow, you know, it's like finding someone to collaborate with. That's what we're seeing in the Knight of Wands. Fast energy, celebration, coming together, like-minded souls, taking it out there, and someone says, this is amazing, we're backing this, we love your idea, this is worth investing in, this is a dream that could really make a difference. This is what we're seeing. So it's very happening in January for you guys. It may not actually be physically emerging, but the process of connection, of taking it to someone, of the idea being supported, funded, loved, appreciated, and yeah, let's invest in this dream, is definitely with you in January. Okay. In February, we have the card of Justice. We have the Five of Cups. We have the Eight of Wands. And we have the Nine of Swords. This is interesting energy. Okay. So this is where we're getting into the practicality of things in February. So you take your idea out there, you talk to somebody, and they're like, we love it, this is amazing. Then you've got to kind of go out and in real terms, I mean, Eight of Wands moves things forwards. But there's a bit of negotiation here. I think, you know, when you get that raw burst of energy and you get amazing positive feedback and you think, wow, 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 this is fantastic. And then it's kind of down to, oh, how do I actually make this really happen? You know, how do I actually really get enough funds to manufacture this? Or how do I get this to really take place? So I think February is that point when you've put the idea out, you've been almost running on adrenaline, like on a high, because it's so amazing. And then it's the realness of it. Now, it's not losing momentum. We're not seeing it lose momentum, but we are seeing you maybe being a little bit more concerned or a little bit more overwhelmed about the practicality of how you move this forwards in February. But keep yourself in balance. Contracts may need to be signed. Don't be gloomy if you feel that the contracts that are being offered to you don't actually, don't be gloomy if you feel there's too much, I want to say, sort of almost like red tape to go through in order to arrive. It will move forwards. Okay, and don't worry about it. I do feel February, it's not a stumbling block as such, but I do think in February we're seeing still momentum, but having to navigate the practicalities, not just of how to bring it forth, but how to actually properly negotiate. So your starting point is solid, because it needs to be. It's really important. And from a karmic perspective, we need to make sure that we cross the T's, dot the I's before we move forwards with something. It's very clear. But look at where we are here in March. In March, we have the card, the energy of the sun. So we're seeing things move forwards. Queen of Pentacles. This is starting to really come together. We have the Emperor. And then we have the Seven of Cups. So I actually think during March, you're going to see the actuality of things. It's like, if we use the analogy of something, you've got the idea, you're navigating the contracts, you start to then build the actual something. Let's say the analogy of a piece of software. You start to build it, you start to feel pretty damn pleased about it. Okay, you've got the prototype. Okay, you've built the prototype. I think by the end of March, you're then going to be in a place of decision making about how you kind of launch it further. I think this is all about the idea, the getting the contractual arrangements sorted to start with, getting the prototype going. And now, end of March, right, now we've got to really think about how best to actually properly market this, take it into the world, how to spread the word, how to, you know, because it's kind of Seven of Cups, it's choices, and sometimes it's difficult choices. It's facing the sort of the reality of, we've got this amazing product, this amazing system, how do we actually reach the people who can really use it? So I think that's what we're seeing here. But it's a contribution, it's significant. I'm actually going to draw a sneaky peeky couple of cards for you guys, just because this is so exciting. And I feel like we've reached this point in the story and I want to know what's happening next. Now, we may not be shown what's happening next, but I want to know. I want to at least have a sneaky peeking sort of view of, you know, maybe where this is going to go. Although, to be fair, I'll be doing readings when we get to the second quarter, which will be, gosh, where are we? So January, February, March, April, May and June. Yes, April, May, June, July, August. Yes, that's right. So April, May and June, I will be doing readings. So do watch out for those. And yet, if you want to get notification of all of my readings, if you subscribe and press the little bell icon, they should come into your stream. But I want to know a little, can we just have a sneaky preview of where this is going, please? I'm going to draw an archetypal card. Just see what's the energy ahead of this really, really interesting project, something, idea, out of the box solution that reading number 3 are bringing into the world. There's your card. The Heart. Right, this is a card of harvest. It's a card of loving something. It's success, it's completion. It's beautiful. Right, so what we have got here, and this is sort of what I wanted. I almost want to, it's like I'm reading a book and I'm reading a story, and I've reached the 3rd chapter where I know that, you know, there are 12 chapters. I've reached the end of chapter 3, and we're facing choices as to how we move it forwards. And it's like, I want to read the last page and find out, actually, I want to know that we're talking about a success story, and we are. The Heart, harvest, it's beautiful. This is going to go somewhere, okay? How it emerges, it really is another reading, but I just needed to have a sneaky peek at the ending. I hope you don't mind reading number 3. Sending you all the love in the world. Super Souls, I will put all sorts of links in the description box for you. This really is your reading, and I am just thrilled for you, truly. And look at the colours as well. Look at the way we've moved from coming of age, or as it were, to actually a beautiful completion. The richness of this is beautiful. Really dead excited. So reading number 3, I will put links to anything and everything that I do that may be of interest to you in the information box, in the description box below, and I'll put it below the timestamps and also in the comments for phone users. Thank you for subscribing, liking and sharing, because it really does help to promote the channel and get the readings out to the people who maybe really do need to hear them and find the guidance really helpful. I do post readings for all zodiac signs monthly now, connected to the moon months rather than I want to be in tune with the natural rhythms and cycles of the world. We have 13 moons in the year usually, sometimes 12, but I'm posting readings that are in alignment with the monthly moon cycles for all zodiac signs. So if you want to check those out, they are available on Patreon, which is a very different platform. It works on donations, and but there are no adverts in the videos, so it's a very different setup. And I do post here on YouTube 3-4 readings every week, really, usually. So and my big moon updates as well, so that we can learn to manifest with the moon, which is a personal passion for me. So do check them out. If you subscribe and hit the little bell icon, every reading I post should come through into your stream, hopefully. And I'm really excited. This feels actually really significant. It's like a contribution that's going to make a difference. And even though it may seem pragmatic for some of you, it's going to make a difference to people's lives. And that is why it is holding such a connection to your calling and purpose and your spiritual pathway. This is mind-blowingly interesting. It really is. Reading number 3, thank you, and thank you for being here today. Tons of love to you, and have an amazing first quarter of 2023.